Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel LY Tutor. This is Dr. Sumed. In today's video, I will discuss about the structure of the eye. Simply, let's learn about the eye, especially parts of the eye. In today's tutorial, after the discussion, you will be able to name the parts of the eye very easily. Okay, let's right. If you take eye, it's like a ball. It is consisted of wall and inside it. The walls of the eye consist of three layers. Outer. The outer layer is the fibrous layer, which you can see outside the white color is the sclera. That is sclera. And in front of the eye, we have transparent area that is called cornea. The light rays is coming through the cornea. So first layer, outer fibrous layer, that is sclera, and front is cornea. And the second layer in the middle, that is vascular layer, that means you have blood vessels in the middle layer. So this consists with choroid layer, that is choroid area, that is a blood vessel area, and ciliary body, and iris also the part of the middle layer. So choroid, ciliary body, and iris. The innermost layer is the nerve cell layer, that is you call it a retina. The image is going to place at the retina, which we are going to understand from our brain. So this is the three walls of the eyeball: sclera and the cornea of the fibrous layer, middle vascular layer, and innermost retinal layer. And if you consider the inside of the eye, inside of the eyeball, and we have the lens in the middle, and front of the lens is the aqueous fluid, and the back of the lens, that is inside, is vitreous body, right? When the water aqueous fluid, that is in front, so it will give the nourishment to the nutrition to the front, that corneal area, iris, and that those parts, because those parts they don't have blood supply, especially cornea is avascular, and also the lens. And behind we have the vitreous body, that is gel-like structure, and it is transparent, so we can keep the eyeball in the shape without collapsing. And consider about the sclera. Sclera is the place where we can put the eye muscle of the eye attached to the sclera, so we can move the eye here and there. This side, this like that, we have 6 eye muscles, right? Let's discuss further. If we consider about the iris is a muscle layer. Iris is a In iris you have 2 muscle layers. It is a pigmented muscle layer, and it is not transparent. Light can't go through it. But in the middle of the iris, we have a space called pupil. Through that area, we can get the light to the eye. In the iris, you have 2 muscle layers. One is circular muscle layer, and the other one is a radially situated muscle layer. With the contraction of circular muscle layer, there's a reduction of the size of the pupil, and contraction of the radial muscle layer, we can dilate the pupil. And this two action is basically, this muscle is involuntary muscle, so basically we can't control it. The control is done by autonomic system, and it is depending on the light situation of the atmosphere. When we consider the retina, that is in the eyeball, that is the innermost layer of the eyeball, so we can divide this into 3 layers. Outermost is the pigmented epithelium, so that will receive the image, and photoreceptor cells, and you have neurons. When we consider about this photoreceptor cell, there are two types of cells: rod cells and cone cells. There are more rod cells than cone cells, and the pigment in rod cells is rhodopsin, and cones you have the photopsin. Rhodopsin or rod cells can differentiate light or dark, and they can't understand what is the color. If you consider the photopsin in the cone cells, that is the pigment which can understand the color. So depending on the color, we have three type of cone cells: red, green, blue. So with the using of cone cells, we can differentiate the color. We can recognize the color. For the color understand of the color, for the color vision, we want cone cells. Okay. When we talk more about retina, the retinal thickness is more in posterior, that means in the back side. So if you take the middle of the back of the retina, that is you call macula lutea. This area, middle area, you call it macula lutea or yellow spot. And there's a depression in the yellow spot or macula lutea, that is you call fovea centralis. That is a place you have only the cones, and there's a place that you have the better image and with better vision. And the nerve cells come together and produce optic nerve. So that is starting at the 0.5 centimeters away from to the nasal side, nose side in the retina. So the starting of the optic nerve, there's something called blind spot, or that is optic disc. In that place, there's no cone cells or rod cells. So it is there's in that place no image can be seen. And optic nerve, you can take the start in the optic nerve and it will go to the brain in the through the skull and it's going to the brain. All right. So that is that. Now again the idea to understand the parts of the eye. So optic nerve is 1, 14 is blind spot, over the you can see the optic disc, and 13 is fovea, and around it you can call it a yellow spot, 12 sclera, 11 that is choroid, and 10 is retina, and 9 is the ciliary body. That is ciliary body. It's a ciliary body. You have the ciliary muscles which is controlling the size of the lens. If you take the lens of the eye, it is transparent with the use it's making of protein, and you have the capsule which is also transparent and help to get the refraction of the light, and they can take the image of the object, and that image will come into to the retina. And 7 is iris, 8 is lens, 6 is cornea, and 5 you can see the fluid in the in front, that is aqueous humor, aqueous fluid, and that is suspensory ligament you are putting in the 4, and 2 is that is vitreous humor, that is vitreous, and the 3 that is area of the choroid without retina. Right. That's basically about eye, and I'm Dr. Sumed from A-level bio tutor. So you can learn biology from my YouTube channel and subscribe. Then you can get the message if I am giving a video. And if you want any further knowledge, you can come and search my visit my website, my bio tutor. So let's meet up in the next video. Dr. Sumedh from AL Bio Tutor. Thank you.